Have you ever wondered why some websites get a star rating and their prices put in their Google search results, but you can't manage to do it? Well, it's all thanks to something called structured data and schema markup. Hi, if you're new here, my name's Tanya. I'm a musician, blogger, passive income and SEO specialist. And in today's video, I am going to show you exactly how those other businesses manage to get that information on Google and how you can do it too. So whether you're an SEO beginner or an old pro, I'm going to simplify schema markup for you, and make sure you stick around to the end, because at the end, I'm going to show you how to validate your schema to make sure that it's going to show up exactly the way you want it to. Structured data and schema are often terms that are used interchangeably, but in reality, they have specific roles in the greater picture of helping search engines better understand your website. Structured data uses specific predetermined categories to tag all the content on your website. So it could tag something as an article title or a price or a FAQ list. For example, if you're a recipe site, it can take one of your recipes and it can tag the different categories such as the star rating, the recipe title, the ingredients, the cook time, the instructions, etc. With these clear, organized labels, Google can then display important information about your recipe right in the search results, such as the cook time, the ingredients, and the star rating. Now, schema is a form of structured data that was created by schema.org. And this was a collaborative project by Google, Bing, Yahoo, and Yandex to create a universal vocabulary for structured data so that it could be understood across all platforms. Schema markup is specifically designed to help make the implementation of structured data easier for the users so that you can quickly and easily label or tag the different parts of your blog post or your recipe or your homepage, etc. Schema is implemented on your website using tags in a specific format, usually JSON-LD, which stands for JavaScript Object Notation for Linked Data. You can see why we call it JSON-LD. For example, to tag a blog post, schema markup can be used to tag the article title, author. This all gives Google the information to know that it is a blog post and it is a content-heavy web page. And the schema supports a variety of different types of tags, such as article, product, FAQ pages, event pages, recipes, etc. Each type of schema markup has specific properties that let Google and other search engines know exactly what that content is about. And if you're dealing with a product page, schema can be used to label the product name, brand, price, and availability. So when you're using schema markup on your website, you're basically embedding a code of structured data into the website itself that effectively translates for search engines exactly what it is that your website is about in a way that it can easily understand, process, and then send out to the right people. This also gives the right people a richer look at your website with clearer snapshots of what you offer, and will ultimately drive more clicks and better engagement. Structured data and schema markup are essential tools to help improve your website's performance on search engines like Google, Bing, and Yahoo. When implemented correctly, they can make your website more attractive in search results and ultimately more clickable. These attractive and clickable search results are known as rich snippets. Rich snippets are the additional information you often see in search results, such as star ratings, product prices, review counts, the number of stars a product has, etc. And they make your search results more eye-catching as well as more informative. And those eye-catching, informative results are more likely to get clicks. So examples of rich snippets could be a recipe post, a product listing, or an FAQ page. These rich snippets help make your website a little more visible. They can also help to improve user engagement and experience. And we all know UX is very important right now. They can do this by providing instant answers and details, as well as drive more relevant traffic to your site. Now, there are several specific schema types you need to keep in mind when it comes to boosting your specific traffic. One is local business schema, and this is great for brick and mortar businesses. This type of schema provides hours, location, and contact information directly in the search results. Review and rating schema is great if you're an e-commerce shop. because it can showcase user ratings on Google and it will help improve trust and credibility. FAQ schema is something that could be used with websites who tend to answer common questions, having the answer appear right there in the search results, encouraging the searcher to click to learn more. And then finally, event schema. If you're an event-based business, it can provide the dates, the locations, and ticket prices all right there within the Google search results. And this is especially important for businesses that are hosting webinars, conferences, or events. Schema markup can also help future-proof your SEO. By staying on top of things, Google will let you know what's rolling out when it comes to schema and allow you to tag certain areas of your website to show up as the new schema markups roll out. It also increases the potential for voice search optimization, which is the next big thing when it comes to Google. That's going to help your website show up with Google Assistant, Siri, and Alexa. Okay, so now I know what you're thinking. Where should I start? The best place to start is by prioritizing the pages on your website that will benefit most from rich results or drive more traffic to your website. These might include your homepage, blog articles, FAQ pages, or product pages. So if you're an e-commerce website, prioritize your product pages because that's where your money is being made. But if you're a blog, then prioritize your articles. And this is pretty obvious, but make sure you match the schema type to the page. You don't want to use product schema on a blog post, and you don't want to use article schema on a product page. If you use schema types that don't match your content, then search engines are just going to ignore your structured data in general and may even penalize your site, meaning it's going to go way down in the rankings or be de-indexed altogether. You also want to stick to the JSON LD format and avoid other formats such as microdata or RDFA. That is unless you have a specific need for those formats. The reason JSON LD format is preferred is because it's embedded in the HTML structure of the page and it's relatively easy to edit. Google itself says it prefers JSON LD format when it comes to schema markup. And if all of this is going straight over your head, no worries, don't panic. I'm going to show you exactly how to do this, and no, you don't need to know how to write code in order to do it. But give me just a second because I want to mention one last thing. Because you only want to implement schema that is going to benefit the user. Google has placed a huge emphasis on user friendliness or user experience lately, and this is the schema that you want to prioritize and use. For example, recipe schema should have ingredients and cook time because those are the things that are most important to the user when they're doing a quick search. Overall, schema markup should make the search results be more helpful and informative to readers instead of being confusing. I know that implementing schema markup and structured data can seem really intimidating, but I promise you it's not that hard and you don't have to write code to be able to do it. So let's look at a couple of tools that you can use that will help you implement structured data and schema markup onto your website today, right now, and I promise you even my grandmother could do this. The first tool we're going to use is Google's Structured Data Markup Helper. And I'm going to show you how to incorporate schema markup into a blog post here. So what you do is you're going to click on what it is you're adding the schema to, and this is an article. So we're going to click article and then we're going to enter the URL here and then click start tagging. It instantly pulls up the blog post that you want to tag. So the first thing you're going to do is highlight the title. And we're going to tag this as article section. Then we have a video here, and it's not going to let us tag that as a video because it's embedded, which is fine. So now we're going to scroll through and continuing to highlight things and tag them. And this is as simple as it is. All you have to do is continue to tag as you go. Tag the entire article, everything in it, and then you're going to create HTML. So you're going to click on this and it's going to give you the structured data. So all you have to do is highlight everything you have here and copy it. And then you go into your website, into that blog post, and you paste this code into the head of your blog post. The next tool we're going to use is Merkle's Schema Markup Generator. And this is great, especially if you have a recipe post, which is what I have selected here. There's a drop-down tab and you can select a variety of different types of post here. We're going to do a recipe post. You can enter the recipe name here, so hot chicken. You can do the recipe's description here, enter any keywords that you want to rank for. You can put the URL for the image on the website, the first image. If it's a video that's there, you can put the content URL or the embed URL. You can put who the creator is, the date published, the preparation time, the cooking time. You can add all of this information, and then over here it will generate the schema you need. Once you've finished entering the information, the same thing, you just highlight the schema, copy, and paste it into the heading of your blog post. It's that easy. Both of these tools are easy to use. You simply enter your website URL or enter your JSON LD code and run the test. Both of these tools will show you whether or not your schema is working properly, and they will show you any errors that you may have so that you can fix them quickly and continuing to show up with those rich result snippets. It's important to remember, since Google is constantly rolling out new updates, it occasionally also updates the type of schema that is supported. So it's important to stay knowledgeable as to what is going on with Google. You can do that by following websites like schema.org or Google Search Central, or you could simply just subscribe to this channel and I will keep you updated. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up button because that helps push this content out to other people who might find it useful. And if you're a product-based business and you want to learn more about product description SEO, be sure to check this video out. And until next time, peace out.